Hi, my name is Sarah Malascalza, and I will be reviewing the movie The First Purge. The First Purge was created in 2018 and directed by director Gerard McMurray. McMurray is often known for his use of film to send a positive and powerful message to his audience, and this movie, The First Purge, is no different. The story focuses on a psychologist known as Dr. Updale who creates an experiment called The Purge. The Purge will take place in Staten Island for a period of 12 hours, one night a year. During this time, all crime is legalized to citizens in Staten Island. This also means that all emergency services, such as the fire department, paramedics, and most specifically the police department, will be suspended and not available to anyone within the city. This movie is a definite recommendation to all horror and thriller fans out there. The story specifically focuses on the journey of two young siblings, Naya and Isaiah, who choose to stay in the city for the compensation given to them by the government. In this story, all people who choose to stay in the city and participate in the purge are rewarded with $5,000, which really creates the idea that the poor and the under poverty line is really the majority of the people taking place in the purge. The first reason why viewers should go see this movie is because it is definitely intense. It will keep you very interested and on the edge of your seat. The purges are all known for the use of murder and violence in creative and often unique ways, but in this one specifically, we see a lot of gang violence as well. One of the main characters, Dimitri, played by Yolande Noel, is a local leader of a gang group in Staten Island, which really leaves a lot of plot that has to do with gang violence. Another reason why viewers should go see this movie is because it definitely has an interesting plot line to accompany all the violence and action. Any movie can fill itself with gore and horror, but it's really hard to find a movie that can do that while also creating an interesting story for fans to follow, and The First Purge definitely does this. One of the main reasons why the plotline is so interesting is because viewers grow very attached to the characters. Actresses like Lex Scott Davis, who plays Naya, makes it really easy for fans to relate to her character and truly root for her to make it through the movie. Another way that this plotline stays interesting is by its answering questions that fans had from the series. A lot of people who've seen the previous purges wondered how a society could get this far that mimics our own society. How could we get to the point where we're murdering each other once a night? The First Purge really answers a lot of questions and really makes the transition seem rather easy from our society to the purge. Owen Gleiberman of Variety said it gets harder with each film to pretend that this movie is just fantasy, which is really true. After watching The First Purge, you really will almost believe that the purge could happen very soon, and it becomes a lot more realistic for fans. The final reason why people should go see The First Purge is because it really does send a clear and powerful message to the audience. There is no doubt that McMurray obviously wanted to send the message of equality to the audience. He really wanted to show the lack of equality that is not only in this dystopian society, but is also in our actual society today. He portrays the purge as very racist and very attacking people of a lower class. He really wants his fans to know that the purge is specifically created to hurt minorities and people that don't have as much money to help the upper society advance. This is true today in our actual society. When a lot of issues or problems arise, we often blame immigrants or poor people for them. So this film really shows how that can be taken to a whole new level and how absolutely horrible that line of thought can get. McMurray uses an almost all Black or Latino cast, which I think was really interesting and really helped his message be sent. I can't remember the last movie I went to see in theaters where it was almost all minority cast, which I think really sent a cool message, and I truly enjoyed that aspect of the film. You see a lot of hate groups in this film that are still around today, such as the KKK is prevalent throughout the movie, and you just see a lot of violence and racism. I really think McMurray did a fabulous job of creating a prequel to the Purge series while also answering viewers' questions and really creating a diverse topic for fans to go home and discuss for years to come.